butt crack was all I could see. Into the repair man.
All right, so here I am in Fort Morgan, Colorado, east of Denver, and this is the location of the diner where Harry really wimped out.
You really wimped out, man.
Well, the diner used to be here. It no longer exists. It is now replaced as a deli. The story I read was that the diner was hit. A semi ran into the building, and they ended up having to demolish it. It was replaced by this convenience store and deli. But the giveaway, I think, is this signage here looks pretty much the same as what you see in the film. The building's changed, and it looks like the lot has been raised a bit, so it's not flat like it looks in the film. But I'm pretty convinced this is the location. And then around the other side, this is where Harry and Lloyd would have been sitting on this side of the building, and out the windows, their table would have been along that side, and then the camera shooting that way, and you can see this in the background. So this is pretty unmistakable. This the highway, what is it, 76? Highway 76. So, I mean, you can see the comparison is pretty much identical. And again, this would be their windows here. This is the door, or this is about where Seabass would have come out looking for Harry and Lloyd after they duped them to pay their bill, to pay the tab. What does he say? I'm gonna get those sons of bitches.
Kill those sons of bitches! Kick his ass, Seabass!
Excuse me, Flo?
Was this the side that it was the restaurant?
Yeah, but it was a lot smaller. It was a little restaurant.
Yeah, because they sat on this booth here, on this side, because you can see the in the movie, you can see the highway.
Yeah, the interstate.
Yeah. Do you know about when they turned it into this?
Oh
What
yeah,
year?
it was. God, I've been here 11 years. Let's see, about 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
Maybe more. You know, time goes by so
Yeah, it
fast.
goes really fast.
Because
No.
I used to work at the restaurant.
Okay.
I cooked there, but it was a
Wow.
it was a dump.
Was it?
But good food, but it needed to be torn down.
Yeah, because the movie was 1993, 1994.
Something like that.
Yeah. So it was this side, huh?
Oh, yeah, this was the restaurant.
That's so awesome.
They used to have everything on the wall, but then Connie, when she sold it, she took everything.
Oh, and that was, like you said, about 12 years ago?
12 or
Something
15.
like that?
Yeah, something like that. Time goes by so damn
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
tell
mean,
me about it.
fast. I'm going to be 68 in 6 months. God, I just turned 67, it seemed like.
Yeah. So there's no remnants of the movie, huh?
No.
Okay.
Sucks.
Well, thank you for the information. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. You too. So that door would have been the door Seabass ran. That was confirmation that this was the building that the diner. I don't think it had a name, but the diner Harry and Lloyd ran into Seabass for the first time, because, as you all know, Lloyd runs into him again later on in the bathroom. So Seabass would have ran out of this door, just like this. Came out to about right here, and it's looks both ways for Harry and Lloyd. They'd already taken off.
That was genius, Lloyd. Sheer genius. I mean, where did you come up with a scam like that?
Saw it in a movie once.
That was incredible.
This might look familiar. This is the road that Harry and Lloyd rode down this hill, down the intersection. You can see the Town Square Mall to the left. They come down here, they would have parked right around this fourth pole here. It's the fourth pole, and they would have parked about right there on their mini bike. So this would have been the shot where they come down the street, park right in front of this fourth pole where Anna is. They get up, they're stuck together. They get up and Jim Carrey says, "We're there."
We're there.
You can see this pole right there, and then you can also see the door.
Got a little dippy going too fast out here.
And then they fall down, and then it cuts to the next shot I'm going to show you.
What more could two single guys ask for? How about some food? I swallowed a big June bug when we were driving. I'm not really hungry. Well, I'm starving. Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out. Hey, why don't we get busy and deliver the briefcase to Mary? If I know her as well as I think I do, she'll invite us right in for tea and strumpets. Good plan. Where's she live? I don't know. What's her last name? I'll look it up. You know, I don't really recall. Starts with an S. So Swami, Slippy, Slappy, Swanson? Maybe it's in the briefcase. Look in the... Oh, yeah, it's right here. Samsonite. I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
Okay, so after Harry and Lloyd park their mini bike, there's an establishing shot that shows the shirt off my back sign there, and then the walk from this, there's a walk down this sidewalk, shows all these stores, and they're talking about what they're going to do while they're in town, how they're going to track Mary down. Harry says that he's hungry, and how about we stop and get some food? Lloyd's like, no, I swallowed a June bug on the way, I'm not that hungry. So they're making this path here. They walk down this path, starts here, and they walk down this sidewalk. The camera's filming it from this angle.
What more could two single guys ask for? How about some food? I swallowed a big June bug when we were driving. I'm not really hungry.
You can see these stores in the background. And they come across the couple coming this way, about right here.
I'm starving. Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah. He must work out.
The couple passes them, they turn around, and then now is this shot. They see the couple going down that way, and that's when you hear the comment about, look at his butt, he must work out. Then they keep going, camera's filming this way.
Hey, why don't we get busy and deliver the briefcase to Mary? If I know her as well as I think I do, she'll invite us right in for tea and strumpets. Good plan. Where's she live?
You see them cross this pole here, and that's when they make this turn here to this corner where they want to look up Mary's phone number or her address. And so they see a payphone right around this area.
What's her last name? I'll look it up. You know, I don't really recall. Starts with an S.
And they're looking up her address, and they're trying to figure out, remember what her last name is. I think Lloyd gets it. He does say Swanson, but then they see the Samsonite brand on the suitcase, and they're like, oh, it's Samsonite.
So Swami, Slippy, Slappy, Slimmin, Swanson? Maybe it's on the briefcase. Look on the... Oh, yeah, it's right here. Samsonite. I was way off. I knew it started with an S, though.
So the payphone would have been about right here, because you can see the Welcome Center changed a little bit, and all the trees weren't there. You can see the Welcome Center in the background.
I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. She must be enlisted. Great. So what are we supposed to do now?
So that's where the car would have, the Lamborghini, I think, would have came through. That Lamborghini comes through here, parks here, and then there's the gifts that are coming out of the back of the car there. But in this shot, and then here on this step there is where Jim Carrey would have been handing cash, tipping off the driver, and then eventually Harry saying, there you go, there you go, there you go.
Can we get y'all's picture in front of the ladies? Wow. Kimberly.
Unfortunately, due to COVID, I did not have access to the additional floors in the hotel. So my desire to explore the remaining part of the hotel ended there at the foot of the stairs. It would have been nice to do a reenactment of that scene you just saw going up the stairs, but or at least to get a photo at the top. But as far as Dumb and Dumber locations go, that's about it as far as what we're shown in the movie, aside from the bar scene, which I'm going to show you here in the next clip, which is on the opposite direction that you're looking at now. This is the music room. I don't know too much about it. I didn't explore too much into it because this is a Dumb and Dumber locations video. Not so much of the history of the hotel or any paranormal, which I know of a story about the music room that has to do with like paranormal energy and whatnot, but this is not that video for that. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to the whiskey bar on the other side of the floor here. So this is the shot that Lloyd, Jim Carrey, comes down the stairs. Camera pans this way. He's coming down with his cowboy hat on. Stops about right here and then goes this direction toward the bar.
Hey, how you doing? You're a little early. We don't open for about 45 minutes.
I'm meeting someone here. Mind if I wait at the bar?
Oh, come on in.
This is the Cascade Bar, which the door would have been on this side, but I think they filmed it. I think they filmed it on this side. They changed the doors. The Jim Carrey, there's the Man on the Moon sign there. And it was over on that end at the time. And Jim Carrey would have been sitting right here. They don't have seats now because of COVID, so no one is allowed to sit at the bar, but he would have been sitting right here. Is this about where Jim Carrey would have sat?
Yeah, on the ferry right here.
This wasn't added on or anything, huh?
No.
Okay.
I mean, originally, yes, this was not a bar at all. Originally, this is all add-on. But, yeah, during that time, he would have been right around here.
Okay.
Excuse me. Is it 10 a.m. yet? It's 1. That's what I have too. I thought maybe it was 1.
So he's waiting on Mary, the bartender. He's asking what time it is, and then the FBI detective comes in and she sits next to him. And he can care less about her story.
This man kills you both. Then do you know what the klutz did?
No, and I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you, he came home one night dead drunk and decided he wanted to fix the sink. Couldn't believe him. Anyway, let's talk about you. How come you're here?
Bartender.
This shot here, where he's looking at his clock the entire time. But when he leaves, the sign, when he exits, the sign's on that end. But again, some things have changed since. But this is where the scene took place.
No way. That's great. We landed on the moon.
So I actually have a little bit more footage of me kind of just covering the area, and here as you can see, this is the Men Walk on the Moon sign. If you compare it to the one in the film, it is different. So I'm not sure the story behind that. I guess they decided after the fact to put something there, and it's not the original if you look at the one in the movie. That's Stanley Kubrick from the original Shining, the director. There's Jim himself. He signed his portrait, "Thank you very much," just like Jim, right? And then there's Jeff Daniels and Lauren Holly in character as Harry and Mary. Never said it that way. That's actually kind of funny, Harry and Mary. There's a portrait of Johnny Cash. And they actually had a number of celebrities' portraits to the left on that left side of the wall there. I did not cover them, as this is, again, a Dumber and Dumber Locations video. Wider shot of the bar. You can see a lot of this behind Jim while he's sitting up there. And there's the shot of the sign again. And there you have it. There's actually one more location that I tried to find while I was out in Fort Morgan at the diner location. I had read that it's there in that town, and I could not find it. I ran out of daylight. The weather was getting bad, but it's the wrong way scene, the totally redeem yourself scene. I'll talk about it here on the way back. That the road that Harry and Lloyd stop at once they realize they're going the wrong direction, a sixth of the way the wrong direction.
You drove almost a sixth of the way across the country in the wrong direction!
Was in Fort Morgan as well, and on Highway 76, which is what I'm driving now. I'm actually going west. I just turned around, but I was going east like they were, say, Fort Morgan. But the road is completely different. As you can see, this is two-way. 2 lanes each way. And in the movie, the entire road is 2 lanes, one way each. So there's not 2 sides like this. So unless there's been some drastic changes in the last 25 years plus, then this is not the road. So I wanted to add, after doing a little bit more research, well, poking around on the map, that if the wrong way scene was indeed filmed in Colorado in Fort Morgan, it would be, on the map it's also labeled as 76, but it's like, it runs parallel within Fort Morgan. If you're looking at the map and you're looking at it 76 going east, there's a road that runs parallel, also labeled 76, that is to the right of that road. So looking at a map, 76 Fort Morgan going east, look to the right, it runs right through the heart of Fort Morgan, and it's a 2-way road, 2 lanes, just like the movie. So I'm convinced that if that scene was indeed filmed in Fort Morgan like I've read, that's the road they're referring to. And I just ran out of time. I don't have time to ride up and down that road to try to find a matching area. Who knows how long it would take. We're running out of daylight, so it'll have to be another time if and when. So if anyone that sees this lives in and around the Fort Morgan, Colorado area and is interested in stuff like this, filming locations, you want to confirm, feel free to leave in the comments. But at the moment, it's